Tennessee is a team that's beatable. Let's get that straight.
Oh, they better be.
They're beatable. Tennessee Vols fans feel like they still feel like they got the mystique from when Foreman was head coach. Nope, it's gone. Whatever mystique Phil Freeman gave you, he's in the AD chair now. He's not on that sideline. So let's go ahead and get ready to pick this game, Stubbs. I'm rolling with my Bulldogs. I think we win this game by at least 2 touchdowns. I'm calling it 35-21 Bulldogs.
Well, I'm going to give my thoughts on this game. It's one thing. The one thing that I always think is funny is, first of all, this is a 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock game, depending on where you live at in the U.S. So I feel like that's going to factor into every game. State on the road, it's something about that Tennessee stadium that may cause a shock and awe. I feel like I haven't seen who's all playing, but I'm pretty sure everybody's playing this game. We're trying to get the wins that we can get the wins so we can go bowling. I can tell you if Jomo loses this game, oh, Lord, I'm going to have to stay off Facebook for at least a solid week because I won't be able to take the fan base. I mean, they'll want to go burn down the stadium. So I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm close to your score. I feel like every time we play a team, their one player always has this amazing game against us. It's always like one player. Auburn, Bo Nix, has been trash all year. Bo Nix against Mississippi State looks pretty solid to me. So who knows what Tennessee player is going to show up and have an All-American type game. But I'm shooting for a 34-24 Mississippi State game victory. We are the better team. I just hope that we still get up.
We are the better team. I feel we are the better team, not just because of our records. I just feel like, Tennessee hasn't had a lot of success lately. Our Bulldogs have been winning and they've been winning for years. Year 2 under Joe Moorhead, I think we can still win, get that 4th win with 2 wins away from bowl eligibility. And just, try to eke out one of those games that people don't think we're going to win because we already gave one of those away. But I agree with you. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win this game. I think we're going to hit the road. Kylan Hill's going to have a monster game.
I think we're going to 200 yards.
What's that?
I said I've got Kylan Hill going for 200 yards in this game. That's my offensive MVP. He blows up. We get back on track. He goes for 200, and Garrett Schrader runs for 125. Plus, I'm not throwing in Nick Gibson's and lead plays.
Well, I want to pick somebody from the defense to have an impact. I don't know who to pick. I mean, wait a minute. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, Willie Gay's playing.
Oh.
I think Willie Gay's going to play. I mean, he should play, right?
Yeah, he's going to play. This is that one game that he wants to play in.
So I'm going to pick Willie Gay as my defensive MVP. I think the energy that he's going to. Hey, wouldn't it be fun if he picks off the quarterback and runs back for a touchdown again?
But hopefully leaves his helmet on this time.
So, but before we move on to the next part of our show, we have to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back because basketball season is on the horizon. And, we know what the women bring, but we now are in another season under Coach Ben Howland, and we want to talk about the potential season on the hardwood. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Right back. Let me get the sound up, and why doesn't it want to move? There we go.
Hey guys, let's talk about my first sponsor that's been with me since Jump, and that's Midtown Outfitters. If you're looking for the latest trendy Mississippi State gear, I highly suggest you go check out their store. If you can't make it into the Starkville area, check out their online store at midtownoutfitter.com. Tell them Jay Stubbs sent you.
All right, we're back on Maroon Maniacs, and now we just talked about Tennessee game about coming off this bye week, and we need to say bye bye from Knoxville with the win heading back to Starkville. So now we're getting ready to talk about the hardwood. First off, we're going to talk about men's basketball. We're going to say the best for last. In most cases, you may talk about the women first. Nope, we're talking about the men first. We have a lot of new faces on this Bulldog team. Freshman Elias King, Iverson Molinar, Devin Butts, and post player 7-footer Quentin Post out of Germany. We also have a Western Kentucky transfer, Galen Smith, but who will sit out this year for transfer rules. Witherspoon also has to sit out the first 10 games of the season from his suspension from last year. So, Stubbs, what do you see from our Maroon Bulldogs on the hardwood?
You know, I still feel like this is a 20-plus team win. Team that's going to get 20-plus. We're going to go dancing. And I believe who's going to carry us for Promised Land is going to be none other than Reggie Perry. He showed out for the USA games. He is preseason SEC Player of the Year, according to Lindy's, and he's also first-team SEC. I see him putting up numbers that we haven't seen at State in a long time from our power forward spot. I'm looking at like 19, 20 points a game with probably close to 9 rebounds a game. And, it does hurt with Witherspoon, out for the first 10 games. I like Tyson Carter. I've always been a Tyson Carter fan. He's also a Starkville High alum. Maybe that's one of my other go-to spots right there. But, this team, I think, has the pieces. We'll find out from these young freshmen because they're going to get thrown right into the fire off the bat without having a Witherspoon in there. For backup point guard, you're going to see Tyson Carter as a starting point guard. That's not his true spot. But I think he can play the spot well enough in his first 10 games that we can get several wins and get off to a hot start. What are your thoughts?
Well, I also think we're going to be led by Reggie Kelly. I'm sorry, not Reggie. That's tight end. Reggie Perry. He's another one of my favorite Bulldog tight ends. I'm just all Bulldog tight ends today. I think Reggie Perry is going to definitely be our go-to player this year. But I also think we need to watch out for another local kid that was very highly recruited and is also from the local area, and that's Robert Woodard. I think he's going to have a good second season to complement Reggie Perry. I don't know why I want to keep calling him Reggie Kelly. But here's the thing. There's a guy on the squad, and when I saw this guy's name, it just brought, I wonder if he can shoot like this guy. We have a guy by the name of Reggie Miller on the squad. He's 6'5", 185. And that's about Reggie Miller's size. Reggie Miller is one of my favorite NBA players. Could shoot the three like water ran. Now, this guy is probably a walk-on, but it would be something if he just, was able to steal Reggie Miller's shooting talents like the Monstars did in Space Jam and be able to give us something. But, we're not going to look forward to him. But Robert Woodard, also DJ Stewart after a red shirt year. I'm looking for these guys to build. This is going to be like a blue collar squad. Prince Uduru, after sitting out a post player, we need him. Abdul Ado returns. We have some talent, and I just want to see us utilize our talent and be able to. I don't want to see us jacking up all them threes like we did last year. I think we need to attack the basket, take high percentage shots. We shot ourselves out of a lot of games last year, and that's something that I don't want to see this year. So what you think?
Well, speaking of that, I mean, a lot of that came from Peters last year, just coming down and throwing up just rainmakers. And sometimes they went in, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes he had a good game. The way he went, if he had a good game, State won it. If he played bad, the train just derailed. So I don't see that many type of 3-pointers being shot up. Weatherspoon's more of an inside 3-point shooter. His numbers weren't great. Carter's your only real threat, pure threat. Woodard's got a great shot. I think he's got there shooting some. I know DJ Stewart can dunk because he won the dunk competition last year. I think everything's going to be played inside the post. I mean, like you said, Abdul, you got Prince, Fizell. I think he lost a ton of weight. I think he's down to 225. They said he's been in great shape playing weight. So I'm interested to see how he goes. Who's going to redshirt, who's coming in. The one thing I remember was Nick's younger brother, Weatherspoon. He was originally supposed to be a walk-on, but I'm guessing based on the updated roster, he didn't make the team or has decided to go elsewhere. I haven't seen any updates on him, but I remember a couple months ago that he was going to do a Mississippi State walk-on, but I'm guessing not. But I do know who is a walk-on, and that is Stansbury's younger son. But I remember when I was many, many years ago seeing him on the sideline, actually interacting with him and his mom and everything. That tells you how old we've gotten. That Isaac Stansbury is a freshman coming to play back at Mississippi State.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to be something. I would love to see him make an impact also. Because you may not expect much of a walk-on, but hey, walk-ons have impacted in football, so I like to see a walk-on impact in basketball. And with him being Coach Stansbury's son, I think that would be awesome. So now we're finna go to my favorite maroon and white sport, women's basketball. And, we know on the hardwood, our women's basketball team has taken us to heights that we have never seen the past couple of years in Mississippi State women's basketball history, competing for national championships, letting them slip through our paws, through our Bulldog paws. We're supposed to have two national championships on our mantles. Gone are our stars, Big T, of course, Blair, gone, Queen V, gone, and congrats to Big T for having a successful rookie season in the WNBA. So now we have some new ladies ready to take the hardwood for us. Wait. There's somebody coming back that we didn't think we were going to have. Jordan Danbury's back, Stubbs. She's back to lead this Bulldog team. I think she's going to be essential to our success. But we bring in a very talented freshman team. Let's talk about some of the returners. AEH, Andrea Espinoza-Hunter, had a good first year on the hardwood. She brings some shooting. Yaminia Morris out of Canyon Springs High School, Cochise College, Arizona. She's a 6'6" post player. She's going to bring a Big T-like impact. I don't know if she's going to be as dominant as Big T. She's a different player. I think she's a little bit more mobile than Big T. We also have Sydney Cooks from Michigan State, but she's going to have to sit out. Breamber Scott's back. I love Breamber. Chloe Bibby should be back from her injury. Can't wait to see, because I think if we have Chloe last year, I think we go further in the tournament. Losing Chloe Bibby was very, very tough for our squad because we didn't have the firepower off the bench to kind of, make up for what we lost with her with rebounding and scoring, but we still did well. Maya Taylor, still waiting for Maya Taylor to break out of her shell. She's a 5-star recruit out of Olive Branch, then doesn't. Ready for Maya Taylor to take over. Promise Taylor, transfer from Ole Miss. Hopefully she can show us what she's going to do in her first year, maroon and white. Jessica Carter back for year 2. I think she's going to be dependent. She's going to be very dependable for us.